I've just been talking to myself. I thought we were live and we weren't. So let's have a look. So who've we got? Rian's got a gold on Instagram. Get in. Cargie Leslie has got a silver and Terry Chase has got a bronze. I think that's it on Insta. Morning, Rian. How are you? Lovely to see you. Thank you for joining us. Is there anybody coming on Facebook? I've no idea. So let's have a look. So if you're coming on, say hello. It's what you don't have to do. It's nearly 10 o'clock, a bit later. I've not done Monday, Tuesday. It's been a bit mad. Morning, Kat. Kat D has got a gold on Facebook, followed by Helen, who's got a silver, and Katriana. I always thought that Katriana's a lovely name. You've got a silver. Just hi, Lisa and Susan and Sheila and Maz and Louisa and Kate and Mary and Angela and Jane. Lovely to see you all. For those who don't know, the way you get a medal is it's just the first three to say hello. You've got to actually comment, and then you get a bronze, silver or gold, depending if you're first, second or third. Just a bit of harmless nonsense fun, but people take it very seriously. They really do. Got a gold medal. Woohoo! So how is everybody? So forgive the state of me, although I don't look any different to any other day, do I really? But this morning, I've had the most amazing morning, honestly, all because I made a choice. I've been prioritising my sleep for the last, good 6 months easily. I used to get up, it's reminded me, I used to get up at 5 a.m. every morning for a couple of years, 5 a.m, certainly before 5:30, and I'd do my workouts, I'd do my stuff, and, I used to love it. But since hitting perimenopause and menopause symptoms, I've just been so horribly tired. So I really try and get my priorities between 7 and 9 hours sleep a night, between 7 and 9 hours. And so if I go to bed a bit late, I don't get up now till between 6 and 7 normally, which can feel really quite late for me. But it's just how it's been. And I do think it's helped with my tiredness, even though I am still really tired, but that's the menopause for you, isn't it? Although I'm not as bad as I used to be. But this morning, I woke up at like 25 to 6. I just woke up and I thought, because we have Velux windows just at the end of our bedroom, I thought the neighbour had left his bloody front security light on because it was really bright in the room, even though it was dark. Morning, everybody. So I got up and had a wee, and as I just went into the bathroom, this most amazing sight. If you follow me on Instagram, you might have seen it if you've seen my stories. And it was the full moon. I know it was a full moon last night because I remember I happened to see something about that this week. And it was just there in the sky, obviously where you'd expect to find the moon. I mean, it's not in your wardrobe, is it? And it was just reflecting over the sea at Morecambe Bay. It was just delightful. And I was tired and I thought, I'll go back to bed and have another hour. And looked out the window and I just said to myself, go back to bed and have another hour. And when I wake up, that will be gone because the sun will start to come up. And it was a clear sky. It was supposed to be pissing it down this morning. So that's why I was surprised, because I thought it was supposed to be raining. In fact, it's cloudy now. The rain's coming. But it wasn't. It was a full moon, clear sky with the stars. And the windows were open. So I always sit the windows were open. It wasn't cold. And so I just said to myself, I'm going to go out in it. And I did. I got dressed, and by 5 to 6, 10 to 6, I was out. And by 6 o'clock, I was down on the shore in the dark. Didn't need a head torch. Had Luther with me. And people say, oh, God, is it safe? Is it safe? It's just I'm not telling anybody else to go out and walk on their own in the dark, not a built-up area. Please, I'm not. But I do feel all right. I've got my dog with me, and I don't want to let that fear stop me doing stuff like that. If it's pitch black, I don't tend to do, because I do get a bit, but when it was like that, it was like having a big torch on, and it was just incredible. It was just amazing. And I sat on a rock after I did my walk. I walked about 3 miles up and down, and I sat on a rock just looking at it, and I just thought, oh my goodness, what a moment. I don't even know why I'm telling you this. What will you be getting out of it? because I could have just gone back to bed. And in that split second, I said, right, go back to bed or go out and walk in that. And I just thought, and there's that sentence that I always say to myself, Sally, you won't remember the back of your eyelids. So if I'd have gone back to bed, yes, I'd have got another hour's sleep, which I would normally, but I didn't want to miss that moment, because I knew it'd be just incredible. Full moon, totally to myself. Nobody else was down there. It was just magical. And then that just got me in the mood. So I came back, and you had to do a run today, and I thought I might put it off, but I just came back, didn't even ask with myself, got on the treadmill, another 3.5 miles, an interval run, got off the treadmill, did my 10-minute hit that I'm committing to 5 times a week, just something I'm doing personally. So it's just literally 10 minutes, 5 times a week, and then straight into a 10-minute stretch. And so before 9 o'clock, I'd done 15,000 steps, and I'd done 1,000 calories on the Apple Watch Move Goal, because it's always set at 1,000. If you've got an Apple Watch, you'll know what I mean. See, I'm not saying that to be smug and to be, oh, who do you think you are? I'm not saying it to piss anybody off. It was just a choice I made this morning. But it's the knock-on effects of those choices, isn't it? And that's the thing. It's the knock-on effect of the choices that we make. So my knock-on effect of going back to bed then would have woken up maybe at 7 and then thought, oh, it's cloudy now. Oh, I wish I'd gone out this morning. Never mind, I haven't. And then just into that heavy-hearted feeling all day. I know it would. That would have been the option, because that's how I've been feeling as of late. So I've just been reminded how lovely it is to get up at that time. But to do that, as part of my commitment between 7 and 9 hours, I need to go to sleep earlier. And I got watching Bake Off last night, and then MasterChef. Was catching up on MasterChef, and so that was my choice. So let's have a look. Absolutely gorgeous moon last night. Vicky said yes, it was brilliant. It really was. Angela says, needs to get motivated, do your exercises, feeling crap on. Well, I tell you, Angela, one of the best things to motivate yourself and to get chuffed is to just get up a bit earlier. It really is. You just got to create little bits of chuffness in your day. But it's where you're proud of yourself. Do you know, I'm really chuffed with myself now, because quite often, especially on a Monday, I can come down here. I start work just before 6 a.m. on a Monday at my desk working. I do a live in my tribe at 6:30, which I love. I love doing those. And then I just get stuck in. And I quite often can still be here at 12:30, and I've done 400 steps. And I just know the difference it makes me feel. Let's have a look. Yeah, those moments is something you always keep in your heart, Jane, and it's so true, isn't it? So it's the gift that keeps on giving. I'm going to have that with me all day. I can't wait. Honestly, it was just amazing. So I would recommend it to anybody. Oh, look at that. Christine Ryan, she watched Bake Off and went to bed and was out with the moon this morning. It is so worth it. Let's have a look. So we all, Angela, obviously I don't know your circumstance, but we all have different things. You have 12 hours in hospital 3 days a week. Obviously I can't comment because I don't know your circumstances, but just getting out for a walk just whenever you can. It doesn't have to be early morning. Obviously if injuries stop, then that's a different kettle of fish altogether. They have, Catherine, haven't they? The sunsets have been incredible as well. So anyway, it just led me on to picking up this book, and I just literally opened it, sometimes trusting the universe that this is what we need. So don't limit your potential. So here we go. It's only very short reading. The book is this Dominique Bertulli, Love Your Life. So just there it is. That's the book. So don't limit your potential. When you were young, you believed that anything was possible. Like most people, as you grow older, you were probably told that you needed to be realistic about what you wanted from life. Don't limit your potential. Challenge the notion of what is realistic in life and simply focus on what you want. I mean, how many of us do that? When, what did you want to be when you were a child? I know what I wanted to be. I wanted to be an air hostess. What do you want to be? I wanted to be an air hostess. That's all I wanted to be, an air hostess. Oh, you do. You want to be a fairy, don't you, or whatever. And we just don't a lot of us don't reach our potential. We just don't. We put ourselves in limiting boxes. Oh, I can't do that. I can't do that walk. I can't run. I've got bad knees. I can't, oh, I couldn't go for that job. I'm not clever enough. Oh, I couldn't do that because I'm this. We pigeonhole ourselves into boxes of negativity. And it's an utter nonsense. And quite often, hi Marie, quite often, a lot of things can come from teachers. I mean, teachers back in the day, I don't think they do it now because they're just not allowed, do they? The stuff that we did, if you're a similar age to me, God, I remember getting slapped on the legs, hit across the head. I'll never forget. And my writing is really poor. I have got really poor writing. It's a story I keep telling myself because I think it's true. Even when I try and write neatly, it's bad. I'll never forget Mrs. Jones. I must have been about 6 or 7 at primary school. And I'd spelt bull wrong. I'd called it a blub. And she stood over me and she took her glasses off that were on a train. Sally Baines, she said, that writing is a disgrace. It looks like a spider has had a fit all over your page. And what the heck is a blub? What is a blub? That's disgraceful. And the whole class were just staring at me. And I'll never forget it. And she was the same teacher also. I mean, she had a point here. When you used to do apparatus, I used to love apparatus in PE in the hall, apparatus with the pommel horse and the benches that you used to walk across and the ropes, I mean, we used to climb up ropes. Do you honestly now think we could climb up a rope? I mean, I probably could, but it'd be an effort because, it just is, isn't it? But I bet a lot of us couldn't climb up a rope just using your upper body strength. But as children, we were up them like a bloody, rabbit down a rabbit hole, but going upwards, and you used to climb up the rope, and then you used to go across them, didn't you? I loved those big ropes, and you used to wind them in and out, and then that's where all the dinner ladies used to put the table out, didn't they, in the hall to have your dinner. I used to love it. I loved school. And anyway, the whistle went for end of PE, and she said, right then, bring the apparatus in. You're all nominated. And I was the monitor of the ropes. Oh, Sally. And I remember, again, it must have been about 7 or 8. And I remember, right, woo, end of PE, bring in the apparatus. So I thought, oh, I best do it. And I just started doing the ropes. There's people still at the top of the ropes. I thought, no, bring them in. Mrs. Jones said, because I was scared shitless of her. Mrs. Jones said, I've got to bring them in. And I'm wheeling the ropes in. And I think it was Paul Hobart. Was still at the top of the ropes. And I wheeled him in. And Mrs. Jones, she came up to me and she slapped me right across the legs. You stupid girl. Anyway, Wendy, really, the ropes were just ace, weren't they? They were brilliant. But yeah, so I remember that. I remember really getting slapped across the legs. But they often tell you, oh, you'll never make anything of yourself. You'll never do that. And then you get a good teacher who's really supportive and who is brilliant. White member, found your channel last week and fell in love. Thanks for your vids. I'm 10 weeks alcohol free. Brilliant. Now I've got to work on this weight. I have £100 to lose, but now the drink's gone. I feel I can change. You've already changed, White Mamba. You've already changed. I tell you, well done on your alcohol free. Don't worry if the sugar monster comes a bit. That's normal, but you don't have to have that as your story. So well done. But what is your potential? Have you ever asked yourself, or do you ever just go through the motions, doing your days, taking the children to school, doing all this stuff? Just living your life. And I'm not saying that's wrong. Your life might be problematic at the moment. Your life might be wonderful. Your life might be really dull. Your life might be really exciting. You might have a really happy life. You might be depressed. I don't know. Everybody's different, and we're different at different times of our lives and different times of the year. So, but the one common denominator that we all have is that we are alive, living in this life, And life often is what you make it. I mean, it's certainly how you react to things that are going on around you. But just because you're living this life, and if you're not particularly happy with it, doesn't mean to say that you have to stick with that. Or is that the story that you're telling yourself, that you do have to stick with it? Oh God, this is my lot. Why? Why is it your lot? Why can't you go and learn a language? Why can't you set up a charity? Why can't you go and run the London Marathon and put your name in the ballot? And you might not even be able to run a step yet, but unless you're injured, why can't you go and run a marathon? I don't mean now. I mean in 4, 5, 6 months' time. There's loads of books on how to do it. Start asking questions. Start getting inquisitive. Start getting inquisitive of yourself. So I was looking in Instagram's hole then. So start getting inquisitive of yourself and asking yourself, what is your potential? Do a business. I mean, this didn't just fall into my lap. The business that I do now, I did it for a reason. Health and fitness retreats in real life. And look at me, I don't even do real life fitness retreats now because how the business has evolved. I want to do them again, and we certainly will go back to them. But because of COVID, they stopped. But thankfully, I was already doing online work. I was already having a private membership, the tribe. I was already doing videos on Facebook, free challenges, which I love. But, it's changed massively. And my potential in my book writing and what the potential that holds when I'd finished my book and I put it out there. And if it's a big success, the potential that will create, the potential. Now, this is a whole other video that I want to talk about at a different time of me choosing to stop drinking again completely after experimenting with it. Of going back experimenting with it, and that's a whole other video that I just want to focus on its own, especially for the people who are intrigued about the alcohol-free world. But me making the decision that I do want to be alcohol-free, and so I don't drink anymore. And I always used to say never as a caveat, but I'm going to stop saying that. I'm going to stop telling myself that story and I'm going to stop telling myself stories that I didn't like it as much. Oh, here he comes. Oh. Hey, service with a smile.
Someone have to smile.
Come here. Oh, that's limey.
There's no limes in it. Lemons.
Lemony. So go on, tell us what's in it, Si. Put your head down a bit so they can see you.
Celery, apple, pineapple.
Can you speak slow? Because they'll ask me what's in the juice, and I'm not going to write it in the comments.
Celery.
So listen up.
Celery.
Juiced celery.
Lemon. Half lemon, spinach, apple, pineapple, avocado.
So all that was juiced and then blended with the avocado.
The avocado's blended.
Don't worry about your quantities. And let me tell you now, the spinach was on the turn. I saw him picking the soggy bits out of the bag. Doesn't matter when you juice, and you just shove it in.
It got stuck to the back of the fridge. You know how it freezes at the back?
Oh, yeah, when your bag of spinach gets stuck to the back of the fridge. Yeah. I know that.
Right, off.
But thank you, that is really lovely, Si. I need that this morning. I've worked hard this morning. I'm well. Stink mind.
You do, yeah, she does. It's because there's no smell-o-vision on here. Right.
Can you smell it?
Of course I can smell it. I'm too close. I'm trying to not breathe in through my nose.
Bye.
See you later.
Excuse me.
Goodness gracious me.
Sorry.
You're not selling yourself well at all.
I'm not selling myself at all. I'm not bothered. I'm not selling anything. So that was lovely.
I got the dog.
Claire's asking, it's a question I get asked a lot. Can you just blend them? Yes, you can, but it's shite. What's the matter?
All right, I thought you were asking.
Okay, sorry, thank you. Bye.
Okay.
Don't forget brew dog. Yeah, no, if you want to blend them, you've got to put less quantities in and then add water or a liquid base, or else it's too thick. I like a rest from the fibre because I eat lots of fibre throughout the day. It's a personal choice, Claire. You can just blend it, but I don't like the consistency. I'm just not a fan at all of green blends. I don't mind I love the yogurty ones and all the fruit blends, but not green veg. I just don't like them. So Louise Hannah says, I have depression, anxiety. I've never loved myself, never believed nice comments, all caused by bullying through school. It often comes from school, and it's limiting belief you have. I mean, I'm not a qualified coach by any means. So obviously if that's, maybe if you're seeing somebody, Louise, I don't know, but it's the stories we continue to tell ourselves that we've taken from other people's opinions. And those people won't be giving it a second thought from school. Mrs. Jones, I don't know what she's doing now. She won't give it a second thought that I hate the fact that I can't write, or, the things that you remember. But it's the story you tell yourself. And I used to tell myself that I missed the anticipation of having a drink, even though I didn't drink for 3.5 years, and I missed it, and I've just decided I'm not telling myself it anymore. So what story can you not tell yourself anymore that you've carried on saying? Like Louise, you've just said to me there, you never believe nice comments. So you always tell yourself you never believe nice comments. So guess what's going to happen? You're never going to believe nice comments. Just try, Louise. Just try. Next time you get a nice comment and you go, oh, just notice yourself doing it and think, I remember Sally saying I need to challenge myself and start telling myself a different story. Just see what happens. Just start noticing. It all starts with the noticing. Morning, Kim and Eileen. Oh, Barbara, that's nice. Barbara says, Louise, Hannah, I hope you feel better soon. I'm sure you are lovely. Take care. So, Katerina, you're doing a great job in telling me to just believe in yourself and have a go. New is always scary, but the high you get after trying is fabulous. It really is. And you've just got to keep doing your best. Just keep trying. Just keep trying to make a difference. But yeah, just think what your potential could be if you stop telling yourself these limiting beliefs, these stories that we do. And Catadis, if you get bullied at school, remember you are going on the opinion of a child, a 14-year-old, and you have carried it through your life. Work on you, forget the opinions of others. It's so true, Kat, but it's easier said than done, isn't it? I lose sleep sometimes about telling myself a crap film in my head because I'm basing my experience on the opinions of others that I can't do anything about. I can't do anything about it. No, I haven't done a hinge clean video yet. I will have to do one because I am worried. I want to have a look. I want to have a look at that video, Do you want me to share it on here again? I can get it out of the archives. It's over a year ago. It was last May. So I can get it out there and I can repost it on Get Over Yourself, my hinge clean video. Do you know how many views it's got? Over 500,000 views now. Over 500,000 views of some people telling me what a grubby woman, what a dirty twat, what a silly bitch. Oh, for God's sake, she's only in it for the money. Oh, this is pathetic. Oh, she's dreadful. Oh, and then there's lots of people who loved it. But what do we listen to? We listen to the negative, don't we? Look, Christine, I love that. I know I'm lovely. Other people's problem if they don't agree. Well, I know you're lovely, Christine. I tell you, she's smashing it. And Vicky with the green juice just shoves it all in a blender. I love it. Each to their own. It really is. Sam King loved that video. If I can just digress a minute, when I went to the first car fest with drumming up north, I went to the first near Penrith. I went to the first car fest and I wasn't playing, I was recording them on my phone. And it was 8 o'clock in the morning on the campsite. And there was a woman staring at me she was there in her pajamas like that. And she was staring at me. And I thought, she goes, where do I know you from? Where do I know you? I know you from somewhere. I said, I don't know. A few people said, I said, it might be Facebook, is it? She went, oh, you're that woman who did that cleaning video. She goes, I loved it. She goes, you're that woman who did that cleaning video. And it was bizarre. But so yeah, some people did love, a lot of people love that video. But I want you to spend a few minutes today, please. I'd like to give you a little task after these videos. I want you to spend a few minutes not thinking about, oh, what can you do to get fit, or how can you drink more water. Today's task, and it might make you feel a bit uncomfortable. It might make you feel a little bit nervous, and it might, if you're prone to anxiety, I don't want to make that worse, which I am. But remember, it might be excitement that you feel rather than nerves. I just want you to sit with no telly on, nothing. Sit in a chair, or when you're driving, obviously concentrate on driving, or when you're walking, and just think, what if? What if I did go and do that course? What if I did put myself through all those exams? What if I did join a gym? What if I did go and join a drumming band? What if I did start getting up early? And what if I bought some trainers and I can't run for toffee? But what if I did? Think, do you know what? I've always wanted to run a marathon. I can't even run 5K, so what's the point? And that's what we usually tell ourselves. What's the point? I can't even run, I don't own trainers. So you never buy trainers. But what if you went and bought some trainers and you started walking 3 or 4 times a week in the morning, and then in the dark when nobody can see because you felt rubbish, you started having a little jog? What if you started doing that? It's wonderful. I tell you, just what if you painted your bedroom bright red? What if you put some crazy wallpaper up? Wallpaper for our kitchen. I think I've found some wallpaper I want for my kitchen. Monkeys in a jungle. That's all I'm saying. So there's another little bit on here that says, there is more to us than we know. Listen up. There is more to us than we know. If we can be made to see it, perhaps the rest of our lives will be unwilling to settle for less. But what does she mean, if we can be made to see it? I don't think be made to do anything. And so I'd actually disagree with that one. Who wrote that? Kurt Huffin. Kurt, well, let me tell you, Kurt, if we could be made to see it, I think he needs to change that. If we were willing to see it, if we could be asked to see it. Perhaps doesn't have the same ring, does it? There is more to us than we know if we can be asked to see it or be asked to go looking for it. But I think my version's better there. Thank you very much. So I want you to be asked to see it. I want you just to imagine, what is it you would love to do? Would it maybe emigrating? Would you like to go and sell up and get a camper van? If your children left home and you're wondering what the hell to do, what if you'd rented your house out for 12 months, and you could live off that? I don't know what your finances are like. You might not be able to afford to do that, but, you might be able to afford to do it, and just fear's holding you back. I've no idea. But don't let just your limiting beliefs and the constant stories we tell ourselves just stop us doing what you really want to do. So Kat says, I want to start running. I have said that for ages, just done 1.5 miles on my treadmill, but I want to run outside. That is my goal. Well, do you know what, Kat? When you've recovered from this run, so maybe sometime this week, go and run outside. Go on, Kat. I'm challenging you. I always like to challenge somebody on here. Who thinks Kat can go and run outside, providing she's not a single parent with young children in bed? I wouldn't advocate leaving them, obviously. But why not? Because, why not go earlier, or obviously stay safe if you don't want to be running in the dark by yourself? I totally get that. But why not go? Go with a friend, or go somewhere. If you're not comfortable, go drive somewhere where you don't know people and run there. But do you know what I'd say? I'd say just get over yourself. And because that's the challenge. Just go out your front door and start running, and just do it for 10 minutes. Go on, I dare you. I dare you, like I'm still I dare you to climb them ropes now, bring them in. Go on, Kat, I dare you. Emily's a Samba Newbies. I saw your page and thought I'd watch What a Fab Live to see while I'm at work. Emily, hi. I'm trying to think which one are you? I don't know, because obviously I've not even really met you all yet. But hello, Emily. How cool is that? So yeah, honestly, Emily, you're going to love drumming. Don't think for a second that you're not. Well, you will think for a second that you're not, because last week when you all came down, you probably think, how the hell? I remember it. We only did 4 sessions before lockdown. Then we came back and we were just in the downstairs, and I didn't know a thing. And literally, there was one week I was nearly crying. I thought I had tears stuck in those bits of my eyelids, tears brimming. I thought, I'm going to give up. I can't do it. I don't know anybody. But I didn't. I stuck with it, and now it is just so utterly joyful. So Fiona, right, so you don't mind if I share this, Fiona, for people to see? They're just interesting. So Fiona, I have just broken up from a relationship and I feel free. You are helping me be myself now instead of what I was made to feel I should be. I've been walking, thinking more about my diet, doing creative things for me and feeling much better. I've also lost 5 kilograms. That's about 12 pounds, people, in 2 weeks. I'm making jewellery, sewing and learning to draw. Yay for the tribe. Fiona, this is the stuff that happens in the tribe. I tell you, look, I've got goosebumps. I tell you, not that we tell people to stop relationships, but that's you letting go. That weight, I tell you, is you letting go of stuff, Fiona, and nurturing yourself. Absolutely fabulous. Honestly, how good is that? Well done, Fiona. It can be scary. It really can be scary stuff. Emily, I had a big what if I'd changed job in April. I genuinely loved my old job in a hotel, but was furloughed and worried I'd lose the job. But it was the best thing that could have happened to me. I've been able to start a course that I love and join the band. I'm so much happier than I've ever been, and it's because I took a risk and made a change. Oh, never apologise for a long comment on here, Emily. I tell you, never. There's nobody who does longer comments than me normally. So yes, I do recognise. You recognise from your profile picture. So I'll see you. I don't know if you're there on Thursday, but lovely. But well done you. That takes huge courage, Emily. Huge courage to change such a big part of your life, whether it's a job or a relationship. Especially when you think if it's going to affect your finances. So White Mamba, yes, she broke her ankle, unfortunately. Yeah, I can understand the fear around that. So you're going to start by walking again, baby steps. Absolutely brilliant. It really is. Look at this. Vicky Grant says, go on, Kat, you can do it. Running outside is such a different experience to the treadmill. It can be, can't it? Everybody's going, go on, Kat, you go for it. Challenge accepted, she says. Look at this. I can do it with my husband. Baths our boys. I'll be back by bedtime. Oh, Kat, come on. When I come on either tomorrow or think, if you see the video, do let us know. Do let us know if you've done it. Everyone's going, go, Kat. Yay, well done. Look at that. Brilliant. Oh, I love the way you support one another. I know it's harder on an open page, because obviously it's not a private page, but you're not saying anything that, it's just brilliant. And all your comments, there'll be a lot of people who don't comment, by the way, and they just lurk. And you'll be really inspiring them with the stuff that you talk about, when we're doing these lives. I just want to see it. I'd love doing these lives because I just want to see them as a big, people might think, oh, there's 59 people on, there's 10 on Instagram, and there's 60 people on. I know I was a bit late this one, but if we can go to over 100, 150 sometimes on these lives, and obviously compared to like Joe Wicks and stuff like that, it's not a lot to the big people. But 64 people on now live. Imagine 64 people in a room. All 64 people in a room. It's a hefty number, I tell you. It's a hefty number. So I just see that we're all having a bit of a chat and a bit of a laugh. Kat D, love that. I will definitely post. Thank you so much. I've got such a buzz from you all. That's wonderful. So just thanks everybody for all your comments. I mean, some people say, what do you do that for? Sally, what's the point of just talking to the screen all the time? They don't get it. They don't. I said it's literally like, I don't like coffee, but I'd imagine what it's like sitting down having a coffee with like-minded women, who all are going through their own shit for whatever reason. And when they start supporting one another, it's just wonderful. It really is. So thanks to the people who do comment, because look, I've helped Kat this morning and Fiona's amazing post, and and then the people who are struggling, hopefully they can see that you can make a difference. So I'm going to go 34 minutes. I said under 15. I'll try and keep them under 15. I think that's going to be bollocks, really, Sally. As long under 34, under 30, I'd like. Where are you? I just heard you meow. Oh, he's on the window ledge over there. So, well, I'm chuffed to bits. I've been in the tribe. They're smashing it. And there's a lot of people who've been in there for a year now. They're coming up to the end. They're putting the posts on of the stuff they've made. Like you've just seen Fiona Goldsmith's post. It's incredible what can happen, you know, when women support women. And you're all like-minded, all different ages, shapes. Look on here, there'll be some of us in our 30s, some in our 70s, all supporting one another, all understanding people's crap. You know, it's amazing, really. So thank you, thank you, thank you. What day is it? I do a live from the tribe tomorrow, fitness, but I'll try and come on again tomorrow because I do love them. And I'll see you soon. Have a great day. And just think what your potential is. Don't let it scare you. Please don't let it lead you down the rabbit hole of going, oh, I would do that, but I'm shit at this and I'm shit at that and I can't do that. That's not why I'm asking the question. I want you to park those limiting beliefs. I want you to just get rid of them for now and tell yourself the story. Go through it like a director of your own movie. What could happen if you stopped thinking like that? And just, look, we're all going to be behind Kat, running outside, running outdoors. And Kat, if it's really hard, it doesn't matter, stop and walk. If you feel like your chest is burning, it doesn't matter. But as you're doing it, Kat, I'm getting goosebumps. I'm getting goosebumps. This goes to anybody. As you're doing it and you feel your heart racing, your chest beating, and you know, you might be struggling to breathe, but as you feel your feet pounding the pavement or wherever you're running, I'm doing it, I'm doing it, I'm doing it, I'm doing it. I can do it, I can run, I am fit, I am strong, I can run. Just say the mantra over and over to yourself and feel yourself doing it. And just think of your amazing body and your amazing heart pushing the blood round. And you're doing it regardless of what other people say, regardless of what other people might say or you feel they might be judging you. Regardless of all that, you just keep doing it and enjoy it. And remember when you get home to bloody well congratulate yourself. Don't come home and go, oh, it was really hard. Oh, I saw Jenny from the chippy. Oh, and she's shouting out, what are you doing? You look ridiculous. Ignore all that shit. Just be proud of yourself and remember to be proud. Lots of love, everybody. All right, then. So I want you thinking, what's your potential? All right, have a most amazing day. Cheerio. Right, so I'll say bye to Instagram. There we go. And then I'll say bye to Facebook. Oh, just in time. Posts here.